Originals in my past.
Morning! I guess it would help if I could see myself. So you guys could see me. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Alright, guys. Good morning. Good morning! How's it going, guys? How's it going? Good morning. Good morning. More coffee and chaos this morning. How's it going, guys? Well, it's going okay, I guess. You know, still hanging on our baseline target. Still hanging on. Yeah, just barely. Almost touching our bear target from last night. This is exactly where I said we were gonna be, actually. Surprisingly, the chaos magic has played out again. And I'm sick of winning, guys. I'm so sick of winning.
You may even get tired
of
winning.
it. No more.
Please.
No more.
Too much winning. Can't take it anymore.
God dang it, Trump. Why you gotta be right? Damn it. All right. Okay, so yeah, last night we were calling for, you know, I was calling for. This is what, of course, the chaos magic has showed us. But yeah, I was calling for more of a baseline or bearish target. Those are kind of my two in between somewhere there. And we pretty much land right on top of it. Our baseline the entire night falling into market chaos. In the pre-market even, guys. We started dumping right around 8 a.m. Right around 8 a.m. So could we go down further? Is Elmo going to get fed? Is he is he going to get fed this morning? He might. He might get a little tiny bit of... but this is looking really bullish, guys. Look at this. You actually zoom out. You can see this is actually going on a very long upward trend. Even though we are consolidating and just breaking, slightly trickling on up to the upside, it's still very bullish right now in the midst of everything that's going on. You cannot hold this this entire space back. Bitcoin, there's only so much left, guys. There's only so much left, and they're gobbling it all up every single day. It's crazy. All right, Bloomberg is about to... we got about 5 to 10 minutes. I've been listening this morning to the news. Nothing really happening, guys. Like, everyone's just kind of like, earnings are going to suck this week because Microsoft's still down. Well, they didn't buy any Bitcoin. That might be why. Just saying. They had the opportunity. Their shareholders had the opportunity last year to vote for it, right? Yeah, it was like December last year, yeah. Amazon, I think, is voting this year. I thought it was going to happen in March. I think maybe it already did. I forget. This whole year is already like blending into like a month for me. Anyway, so 94,300 Bitcoin. That's where we are right now. What's going on in the chat tonight? What's going on in the chat this morning? How's it going, guys? Super Danny in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we've got Milk Money as well. My mouse just like took a... There we go. Like I can barely move it. All right, there we go. Yeah, Milk Money in the house. How's it going, Milk Money? What's up, everyone? Happy Hump Day, Pump or Dump Day. I love it. I love it. Very good question. Is it going to be a pump or a dump day? Or just some sideways action? We'll see. We shall see. Market open here in about 5 minutes. Not me, not you, but who? Who the heck is that? Not me, not you, but who? Don't worry. We get to buy lower, guys. Yeah, we get to buy a little bit lower. Let's take a look, since you brought that up, let's take a look at some of our favorite altcoins. Jasmine, look at this, guys. Jasmine also touching a very, you know, bearish floor here on the market open for America. Did okay, though. It pumped pretty aggressively over the overnight, and of course the markets and the foreign markets in Japan. But yeah, nonetheless, it's going to come down and retest this because Bitcoin is having a moment with the rest of the markets, right? XCN as well. Look at this, boom, hitting another floor. Hopefully a new bottom there. Swift coin, same thing on every single chart. Every single chart is coming down and bottoming out. Right now we've got ZBAC as well, coming down and retesting 11. 2 zeros 11. Miria as well, 3 zeros 8. Yeah, every coin pretty much looking the same. Breaking down. What's this? Sui. Haha, look at that. Sui falling this morning too. Almost, of course, getting to $4 yesterday. We got Matic. If I had some dry powder, man, I'll tell you. Today would be a good DCA day. And it might get even worse or better, depending on how you look at things, right? All right, so anyway, getting back to Bitcoin. Again, holding up strong in the midst of everything right now. There's literally no news, guys. Like in terms of the trade war with China, there's still nothing. Let's take a little bit of a look into that before the pre-market or before the market bell rings. We got about 3.5 minutes. And then we've got the rest of the chat too. Ditto in the house. How's it going, Ditto? Oh man, the Pokemon that could be any Pokemon. As long as it's fighting that Pokemon. Of course, that's Ditto. How's it going, Ditto? Yamaha Pacifica, how's it going? Good morning, good morning. Yes, good morning. Let's see what is going on this morning, guys. Alright, okay, so playing a little bit of Bloomberg this morning, listening to this morning. There's really nothing huge. Everyone's still talking about the rally last night, which we covered last night. Just a little tidbit that like even was relevant to our space, which was Donald Trump calling out. I can probably find it real quick. It's such an easy little thing. That's the only thing people are talking about this morning on Bloomberg. Was when Donald Trump called out Jerome Powell in the middle of his rally in Michigan. Oh, so much more. Be nice, be nice. Yeah. So anyway, he knows more than Jerome Powell about interest rates. That's what he said. That's what everyone's talking about today. And then we also had them talking a little bit this morning too about how he's blaming Biden over the GDP shrinking quarter, growth over the take a while. Yeah, he's blaming Biden for the market the way it is right now, not the tariffs. They've been talking about that too this morning. And we've got about a minute and a half until the opening bell. A minute and a half. Alrighty. Let's take a look real quick at gold and maybe do the dollar if we have enough time right before the marketing bell. Gold's coming up. That might be a good sign, guys, or a bad sign, I guess. I guess that'd be a bad sign. Good sign for Bitcoin, bad sign for all other risk on assets. What about silver? Let's take a look at silver too. Yep, silver coming up as well. So yeah, we might be getting into more risk off assets, hedge of inflation, heads of uncertainty, the flight to quality, that sort of thing. It might be coming, guys. We'll see what the marketing bell has for us today. We got a minute. Come on, we got a minute and 10, 20 seconds. I could probably do. Ooh, there's Kathy Wood. I had to, of course, let her talk. She's one of my favorites. All right, she's one of the reasons why I'm here. Okay, so let's keep going. The Dixie, right? I want to take a look at the Dixie right before the marketing bell. Oh, dang it, the dollar's coming back up. How? Who is buying U.S. Treasuries? 99.43. Dang it, guys. We just can't keep this damn thing down. It's still on a very, very clear downward trend over the last 3 months. Okay, getting back to the opening bell right now. Bloomberg opening the bell. 30 seconds. Come on. Crypto JPEG, how's it going? Good morning. Thanks for keeping us up to date on the news while I'm working. No problem. Oh, you guys aren't getting audio on this again. That sucks. What the hell?
The $11 billion
This happened yesterday.
takeover of Beacon Roofing Supply, and they're totally pumped. As you can see, down at the NASDAQ market site, we have Yuan Bao, which is, I think, like a Chinese insurance company or something, and they're planning to list 80 here in the States. Katie, what are you seeing?
Turnaround plan. Remember, they got a new CEO in September, and boy, what a difficult time to try to execute that, Shanali.
Yeah, there are definitely some tough stories out there, but Caterpillar's actually on the rise. And of course, this is a bellwether stock. They expect to face...
All right, guys. So, yeah, how the hell do they not know what they're, who's ringing the bell? It's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, what a joke. Out again, man. Yeah, so, yeah, the audio keeps kicking in and out. I don't know what's going on. I tested it after the live stream yesterday, and I had no problem with the live stream on the evening. I don't know what's going on with my audio in the morning, though. That's weird. Might be when I first turn on my computer, something's happening. Talking about Snapchat.
We're obviously watching that very closely because they're very reliant on advertising as well.
Absolutely. Is Snap really the bellwether for Meta?
No, it's a great indicator ahead of Facebook. Don't we always look at Snap ahead of Facebook, right? Because they come in.
Who the hell uses Snapchat anymore? I mean, is it just me? I haven't used Snapchat since 2012, 2013. I don't know. That's like 10, 12 years ago.
Keith Lerner. Keith, we're looking at a lot of pulled forecasts year to date, a lot of uncertainty out there. And my question for many weeks or months has been, does this get solved at some point? I mean, like after the 90-day period, or after maybe the second 100 days, or after the first year? Does the Trump administration at some point bring the certainty that markets and business leaders want?
Yeah, we can all wish. You know, the reality is that we always deal with uncertainty, right? And from a stock market
at these levels.
Yeah, well, it's about what you're being compensated. Are you being adequately compensated for the perceived uncertainty that we have today? And to your point on the business side, I mean, I talk to a lot of business owners. Really, what they want is, as you mentioned, some clarity. And even whether they like tariffs, don't like tariffs, they'll adjust once they know the rules of engagement. So, listen, I think the hope is, and really what you've heard from the administration is that we'll get towards some clarity. I do think the tariffs are going to be, used even well after this, in negotiations if something doesn't go right. So it's part of what we're going to have to, live with. Now the question will become, do we become more numb to the day-to-day, and businesses will become, they'll continue to adapt. They adapted towards, after COVID, they adapted after the global financial crisis. Our companies will adapt, but it is causing a lot of companies in the short term to be somewhat frozen.
So what does this mean for the big tech companies? We're looking from Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Apple, the impact they have on the markets. What inclination do investors have to allow them to keep spending billions and billions of dollars on CapEx? At the beginning of the year, this was a rewarded story. Is it still?
Yeah, it's a great question. And as I'm thinking our overall thesis, we're again, somewhat more cautious short term. The one thing, as we always press against our assumptions, is the tech side, because the technology sector and the S&P 500 isn't the economy, right? I mean, as we all know, we're driving a lot of this market by big cap tech. One thing we have seen during this earnings season, there still seems to be healthy demand for the AI side, right? And I think what's happening is that companies, even if we have a slowdown, there still has to be AI spending. Otherwise, companies will be left behind. So can we see a kind of a moderation in the tech spending, a little bit of less CapEx? Sure. But in general, what we're seeing, what we expect is they're going to still be somewhat a healthy spend in AI. And one last tidbit, towards the lows, the Mag 7 forward PE went to about 22. That's the same level it was around when ChatGPT was launched in November of 2022. The bigger question right now is that E, which was a little bit different than back then.
Yeah, when it comes to CapEx.
All right, guys. All right, I'll let them talk enough. Let's get back into it. So yeah, it doesn't seem like anything else is happening right now, right? They're basically just going off of nothing and then off of earnings. This is it. They're going in blind. Like I said, I've been calling it, man. I've been saying there is no positive news for this market to keep going like this forever. Something has to break, or something. Maybe people got to get over earnings and then it's over. the ball's in Trump's court to turn the market upside down or on its on the right side up. I do want to talk about this, of course, though. I did mention it earlier. Microsoft wouldn't be down so much if they would have just voted for a Bitcoin investment, right? It didn't happen, of course, last year. And then, yeah, I guess the Meta and Amazon ones are still open-ended. They haven't voted yet. I'm pretty sure those are still going on. This is as of 2 weeks ago. Meta and Amazon to vote on Bitcoin Treasury asset, key dates and implications. So I just want to dive into this real quick. This is on April 2018. A significant announcement was made. Andre, highlighting both Meta and Amazon are set to vote for inclusion of Bitcoin and corporate treasury assets. May 21st is what we're looking at, and May 28th for those two companies respectively. So they could still potentially save their companies, or at least keep them in the top 10 for longer, if they vote yes for Bitcoin. Speaking of voting yes for Bitcoin, we still don't have the signature from Arizona, and the Arizona, let's see if we can dive a little bit into that too and see if we get an update. I checked last night before our stream last night, and so about 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they still did not vote yes for the Arizona bill, the strategic reserve, right? The SBR. Bitcoin bill. Katie, sign, Katie, sign. Arizona legislature pushes the state for a Bitcoin reserve. 18 hours ago, a day ago, 2 days ago. Yeah, so nothing news this morning. Again, they're just getting into work right now, or maybe not even coming to work right now. I mean, Katie's a governor. Who knows where the hell she is or what she's doing right now. That's just how politics work within the last 24 hours. Yeah, so still nothing since yesterday. We'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully by the end of the day, we'll get at least a yes or a no. Can't you leave that one open? That's a $10 billion buy-in for that state alone. And again, guys, we have 50 states. We have 50 states. Yeah, that's a lot of Bitcoin that we're going to gobble up this year if we continue to paint the states orange. Okay. I'm losing my voice today or something. I don't know what's going on. Getting back to the chat real quick. Yes, having some audio issues. I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully you guys are been able to do it with the way I'm working around it right now. Dave L says out again, back. Okay, good. Background music is still on. Milk Money. Yeah, my background music. It should be working no matter what. I don't know. I'm questioning everything now. I have to do more tests tonight. When I get back from my side hustle. Milk Money 25, yes. Strawberry Dragons morning. Strawberry in the house. How's it going, Strawberry? How's it going? All right, guys. Let's get back into the news and see if anything else is popping off. Again, it's still early. Dow slides 400 points after data shows economy contracted last quarter. Yeah, I'm losing my voice. Oh, no. Whatever Rob got, now I got. Dang it. Let's see what we got here.
Keith is a technician as well as a CFA, and he had pointed out,
In any case, I now feel out of touch. We're going to get a look at some of the more stocks moving under the hood this hour. A lot of earnings. We're going to bring in Bloomberg's Nora Melinda for that. Shanali.
you said yesterday.
Again, I think that we are very close on India, and in India, just a little inside baseball. In India, in a funny way, is easier to negotiate with than many other countries because they have very high tariffs and lots of tariffs. So it's much easier to confront the direct tariffs when, as we go through these unfair trade deals that have been put in over decades, that the non-tariff trade barriers can be much more insidious and also harder to detect. So a country like India, which has the posted and ready tariffs, it's much easier to negotiate with them. So, I think the India negotiations are moving well.
Sean.
Hi, Mr.
Oh, I'm gonna stop it there. I think we caught most of this yesterday anyway. That was, of course, Scott Benson talking yesterday on tariffs, the current state of the economy. They were talking about, of course, Amazon, everything with Levitt. Yep. So that was yesterday. We need something today, man. Where's all the news today? That's what I want to know. Let's see what the talking heads are talking about on Bloomberg real quick.
Our full year, guys. And it's interesting the way people read that. And I wonder if we should have said something a little...
Meh. I'm gonna shoot back on over. Talking about stuff that we don't care about. I can't. Anyway, guys, how you guys feeling today? How you guys feeling in the chat? Let's hit back up in the chat real quick. Also, I'll take a look at Bitcoin. Again, getting down these lower levels, guys. This is it. We finally hit it. Elmo gets blood. Elmo gets the feed now as the market opens into fear. Damn, that's crazy. Crazy stuff. How's the chat feeling? How's the chat feeling? Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Milk money. Can't hear my voice. I'm trying to mute my my mic in the middle of it. Not going a lip. What? Sounds back. Okay, yeah. I thought I did that on purpose for the video. I don't know. The show's broken today, guys. I gotta fix everything. Oh, jeez. Sorry, guys. Yeah. God. Crypto JPEG. Thanks, guys. Milk Money says we didn't hear most of that just in the end. What? That sucks. So am I not able to even get the sound going on any of the videos now, even without my mic on? Let's see if I can test this real quick. Yeah, it's working. I don't know what's going on, guys. That's weird. All right, so so let's figure out what's anything else going on here today. I'm trying to track the chaos, guys, but we're literally at the calm before the storm. It feels like something's a brewing. We can't go on like this forever. I think we're just trying to get through earnings and then crash the market. That's what I think. I think Trump is basically like, yeah, we're talking to China. Everything's fine here. Earnings are done. Okay. No, we're not talking. Boom. Dead. So I don't know. I'm feeling like something is about ready to rug pull the markets, basically. Let's see what I got here. Let's take a look at some of the crypto news and see if anything else is breaking over there. Bitcoin.com news bringing you Bitcoin price watch. Consolidation tightens at a surge to 98K. Is it next? Is it coming? If we crash the stock market, it might come. It might come if we go further down. That probably won't happen until the end of the earnings week, maybe Friday or Monday. I don't know. We'll see. Unless we get some good news. There's no news. De-dollarization accelerates. Russian officials detail BRICS currency shift. I like this one. Yeah. Let's bring on the dream. De-dollarization, guys. Of course, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and the BRICS nations, of course, in full swing as they're ready to kick off anything to diminish the dollar. BRICS is surging ahead with the unstoppable momentum, rapidly abandoning the U.S. dollar, building resilient payment systems and forging a historic new economic frontier beyond Western control. Lavrov confirms BRICS ditching the U.S. dollar fast. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has highlighted the growing use of national currencies among BRICS members in place of the U.S. dollar and other Western currencies. In discussion with the possibility of a single BRICS currency, we've been talking about that for a while. In an April 28th interview with Brazilian newspaper O Globo, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov emphasized the importance of developing resilient settlement systems according to report of TASS. He explained, "We have been working on BRICS to ensure there are no disruptions when carrying out payments, and we have been effective in our efforts." That's my Russian accent there. He cited a significant shift in Russian transactions with bloc, stating that, "To give you an example, the ruble currencies of our friendly countries accounted for 90% of tariff settlements with the BRIC countries in 2024. Stressing broader economic trends, Lavrov remarked that no one wants to suffer from sanctions, considering that the West has been imposing them on undesirable countries by exploiting its monopoly of financial markets. Using reserve currencies as a competitive tool is unacceptable. Payment transactions can be blocked for political reasons, and when dealing with supplying socially important goods." Amid the background, Lavrov pointing to the increasing fragmented of the global economy as driving these nations of global south and east towards de-dollarization, and which is attributable to the lack of trust towards the Western-led international federal financial institutions. BRIC countries are actively constructing cross-border payment system and settlement infrastructure, aiming to expand to the national currencies and create more autonomous system free of external political pressures. We just covered it yesterday too. The UAE, United Arab Emirates, which I do not think are part of the BRICS, nations. I don't think I'm curious, but anyway, while I'm looking that up real quick, the UAE, right? The UAE. The UAE. Actually, yesterday we talked about how they're going to have most of their governing. They're gonna implement AI into most of their governing for their country. It's gonna be pretty crazy. UAE part or BRICS, member of BRICS? Question mark. Yes, they are. So they're already getting that rolling too. Yeah. So anyway, where were we? God. And addressing the future potential common currency between BRICS, Lavrov was cautious, stressing that the conditions must first become favorable. It will be premature to discuss a transition to a single currency for BRICS. The Russian official stated, adding, "We cannot come back to the question about becoming currency or a single payment for BRICS once the necessary financial economic conditions are in place." Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov, speaking in January, emphasized the BRICS at present is concentrating on establishing payments platforms in third countries rather than pursuing monetary union. His comments responded to U.S. President Donald Trump's warnings of tariff BRICS nations if they were to abandon the U.S. dollar. Yes, he was very, very adamant about wanting to tariff the hell out of all the BRICS nations if they were going to stop using the dollar. Yeah, guys, we already are talking about Bitcoin settlements for energy from between China and Russia here recently. I don't think that's going to be their native currency, but they have been trying to get one in place for quite a while. No one can agree on a CBDC, at least for inner BRICS member trading. But yeah, it's coming, guys. And we already seen the beginning of this 2 years ago, I think it was. No one is talking about it still. No one is talking about it. Even Bloomberg or Forbes, or I've never heard anyone talk about how we basically lost the petrodollar 2 or 3 years ago. That was the beginning of the end for the U.S. dollar being the reserve currency in the world. We are going to be a reserve currency, where we're not going to be the only reserve currency. And it's not the first time ever, as Jerome Powell has mentioned before, that we've lost the dollar, or that we've had two reserve currencies in the world, before the dollar, of course. Okay, moving on. Back to the talking heads. What are they talking about now? I think I got them underneath all this. Yeah, there we go. They're on break right now. I'm waiting for something to break. Speaking of break, I'm waiting for something to break. Bitcoin right now retesting 93.4. We're falling, guys. We're flash crashing. And that'll probably be short-lived. We could come down as low as 92.8 here if we continue this flash crash. This is on the 15-minute candle, so another 15-minute candle down to 93. Yeah, 93 on the dot. Yeah, pretty much right. 93 on the dot is possible if we do not stop the bleeding soon. Oh Jesus, there's really nothing, guys. There's no news today. No news today. This is why I'm just like, you can't do this forever. You can't do this forever. All right, getting back to the talking heads on Bloomberg. They're coming back. What do they have to talk about?
Bloomberg open interest. Time for a quick check on what stocks are doing. About 25 minutes into the trade, they are down more than 2%. The S&P ending a 6-day winning streak with a real plummet, and the Nasdaq falling even further, 2.3%. It's interesting if you look at what's going on in the 10-year yield. We're coming down, and that's a real reversal because we had seen the yield shoot up after those GDP numbers came in, showing a contraction in the economy, showing acceleration in inflation. Microsoft off almost 2%, Meta down 4%. We're expecting earnings from these companies. And then, well, Porsche, thank you for putting that there, down another 2% today, and Stellantis down 4%. Stellantis, another one of those companies that's pulling its forecast for the full year. So uncertainty is definitely having its effect, although Donald Trump has put out a Truth Social saying this has nothing to do with tariffs. Coming up in the next hour,
Can you believe that?
Shares her investment strategy. Then billionaire Marcelo Claure talks about his new role, and we'll talk to the CEO of Norwegian Cruise Lines. They're going the other way and saying to me,
Oh God, it's happening, guys. It's happening. We can't keep this going up forever. We can't. There's nothing holding it up. Doom! The doom has been spoken. It's gonna be a wild day today, guys. We could probably come back and recover by the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. This is so silly. That yeah, we continue to trade these markets in the midst of all this tariff nonsense, with no positive spin on any trade with China. Let's take a look at some of the headlines, see if anything else is popping up while the talking heads are talking about their stock earnings potential, or probably more of them holding off disclosing their earnings like we saw yesterday. That'd be my guess. Anything breaking on any of these other sites? I guess we can take a look at the general sentiment now that we can, yeah. Right now, stock fear and greed before the stock market opened was sitting at 31, guys. Right now, it is, drum roll please, still 30, down a point. Still sitting in fear. Should be lower in my opinion. There is no news. No news. U.S. economy goes into reverse from Trump's abrupt policy shifts. I love that one. This is CNN. We don't normally talk too much about CNN's stuff, but again, guys, I don't like having a bias at all. I don't like having any bias. Of course, I'll let you know what my bias is. Washington CNN, the U.S. economy just had its worst quarter since 2022 as President Donald Trump's significant policy changes unnerved consumers and businesses. Gross domestic product, which measures all the goods and services produced in the economy, registered an analyzed rate of negative 0.3% in the first quarter. The Commerce Department said Wednesday. That's a sharp downward slowdown from the quarter's 2.4 rate, much worse than the 2.8 rate. I think this is pretty much going into the same sort of thing, but of course CNN rhetoric applied to it that we talked about on Fox Business this morning. Yeah, so the Trump administration has been on a chaotic tariff spree over the past several months. Yes. Escalating, of course, trade tensions with China, unsettling Americans. They haven't unsettled Americans quite just yet. I'm telling you, when everything on the store shelves are gone, and it's not because people are stealing them, or maybe because people are stealing because the prices are too high. That can happen again, too. Oh, it's going to get so crazy, guys. Might want to stay indoors for a while. So silly. I'm kidding, guys. I'm trolling. Most economists say that Trump's monumental bid to reshape global trade is likely to send inflation climbing in the U.S. even trigger a recession. Of course, we know, guys, that the inflation's not caused by trade, global trade. We're going to get price hikes, but it's not because of inflation. It's just because these companies are, of course, trying to stay alive. All right, moving on. Okay, moving on. So we got CNN. Yeah, we also want to look at this here. Crypto Fear and Greed Index for Bitcoin, of course, and our space here in crypto. Right now, just refreshing this, sitting in at 56, getting close to neutral for our crypto space. And like I said, guys, it's gonna be a very sudden realization if nothing happens in trade and all risk-on assets start to go, and everyone flocks to gold, Bitcoin, and silver. That might be the narrative you want to play right now. Anyway, so getting back to Bitcoin right now, just touching 92.9 as we just moved on over there. We already hit our 93K target. That right there hopefully can draw a line in the sand. If not, we're going to lose that and go back down to our next level of support, which is going to be at 91.7. I don't think it's going to go there right away. I think we're going to chop down maybe a little bit sideways. We'd actually come back and probably retest some of these areas back here. First, again, not much more support, but just a little bit before hitting that 91.8 target. 91K, of course, being the lowest psychological level we hope to hit today. And again, this is all just temporary. Could we see a big reversal back up, especially at the end of the day when the ETFs settle? Oh man, the ETFs are going to gobble this all up if it happens out if it plays out that way, right around 3 p.m. Yeah, which would be hilarious. Actually, that would take us down here, right here. Look at this. It's almost crazy. Where we landed our super bear target, it actually might start, chopping down here and then take up towards the end of that. That'd be insane. That's another idea for sure. Something like this. Come back down, retest, chop up, whatever, and then right 3 p.m. boom, we just start. ETFs gobble it all up. I would die if that plays out. It's just an idea, but I'm going to leave it on the board for now. See where we are. We also have 12 o'clock too. This could also swing back up and just take off right there too, right around 12, and then of course get a reversal there. That's probably more realistic, to be honest. I don't think Bitcoin is going to just continue chopping underneath some of these newer lows, just newer low levels of support, just because everyone, again, we're running out of Bitcoin, guys. I keep saying it every single day. There's not that much Bitcoin left. OTC is getting dried up. They have to be. I mean, my Sailor just buys like 6,000 every single week now. He's buying essentially half the entire supply every single month, creating another halving on top of the halving. I love that. What was it? I forget who put that out yesterday. It was amazing. Perspective. Anyway, so getting back to this right now in the chat. How's it going? We got Jim in the house. Jim, lay some of that alpha on us. How do you feel about the markets today? Jim, yeah, our traditional market respondent, Jim Deringer. I guess imagine him like just showing up in a suit and some crazy hair and laser eyes. All right. Yeah. So, A Guy. Good morning, everyone. And good morning, A Guy. What is up, Moto J? Thanks again, A Guy, and everyone else last night. Yeah, Ramona. And Milk Money. You guys know who you are. Last night, keeping Elmo at bay. Although now he gets to feed. Yeah, he got to eat a little bit this morning. He's satisfied. But you guys, of course, kept him at bay through the entire evening live stream, or morning live stream. That was crazy. So yeah, while we can, a fantastic pump this morning, says Moto J. And Banana Republic, damn, why are we tanking? The markets, man, the earnings are everything. I don't know. You cannot keep this up forever. Still looking for anything particular to move this needle up or down. But yeah, there's nothing, guys. There's really nothing happening. GDP is so bad. Hot to damn. Yeah, of course, getting all these jobs reports and the economy and earnings, and I mean, it's all going to be a crazy week. PM bad. PC should be bad also. Oh yeah, PC is coming out, what, 10 o'clock or is it 11 o'clock? It's coming out today. It's 10 o'clock right now, actually. We can take a look at that. PC should be bad. ADP also missed expected growth by half. April is looking the most anti-bullish it has ever been for crypto. May as well. Don't say that about May, Jim. It might play out that way. Again, the tariffs, until they're resolved in a big way, it's gonna keep our space down for a while. All right. So man, that's crazy how close that is to our. Yeah, we're like just playing off of that super bear target. It could chop back up though by noon. Let's take a look and see if there's anything else out there. And then Jim's also saying, then again, it looks like 2017 and 18 all over again. 100%, 100%. That's why I keep saying we are mimicking 2017 almost to a T, based on the Bitcoin appreciation rate in the first quarter. And the second quarter could be explosive for Bitcoin. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about again. For anyone new, I can't even talk. Appreciation rate. Bitcoin. I am losing my voice though. Right. Appreciation for Bitcoin over the month. Oh, spilling my coffee too. Quarter. I want to show you the quarterly. Bitcoin quarter returns according to CoinGlass. Boom! There we go. Bitcoin quarter returns in 2025. Right now we're going up just slightly. It's very beginning. We just opened the first month of the first quarter, right? Or the second quarter, right? So second quarter is loading. It's loading. Of course, April is going to be okay. I mean, we're still holding a lot of gains, guys. A lot of gains in April. And then 2017 here, we've had, of course, an explosive quarter for quarter two at 125% for Bitcoin, almost inversely mirroring the 2017 first quarter of only 12%. You could say that pretty much started in 2016 with that rally, just like we had, of course, the election as well. Look at this. In 2024, we also had a similar pump, 50%. So again, it's almost mirroring 100% the same. It's a little off though because yeah, we just had such a huge rock of the boat with the tariffs on. But the same thing happened in 2017. Trump announced his tariffs around the same time. I'm pretty sure in that year as well. But yeah, that's what's happening this year. I think it's going to be explosive. I think May is going to be okay. June is going to be better. But we just got to get some real news. We got to get something really popping off here. But yeah, I think it's lining up just like the same sort of year for Bitcoin in 2017. All right, and even if you look at the monthly too, 2017 here down the month, I mean, back there in May, we had an explosive May at 52%. Again, I still feel like that could play out just because the markets have been held back for so long since the beginning of the year. All right, so again, that's another idea, guys. Of course, just another idea. Getting back to the chat real quick before we go further into finding more chaos in the markets. Let me see. Jim Jeringer says April is looking the most anti-bullish as in May as well. Yes. Then again, looks like 2017-18 all over again. 100%. Very stock-like crypto market where everything moves at the end of the year. That's what Jim's calling for right now. Jim, dropping the alpha bombs. Good perspectives. Thank you again, Jim, for sharing. All right. Bitcoin, yeah, trying to consolidate and hold this 93.3 level. Is it the end of the world? Is it over, guys? Game over. We'll go home. Bull market over. No, it's not. It's not game over. We are, yeah, we're chopping though. Okay, let's get back into it. What are the talking heads talking about? Anything breaking? Anything else breaking? Let's take a look and see. I still got that behind there. If I don't mute myself again. Okay, we can close that. I've got so many windows open now. I can't even find it. There we go. Boom.
1% in the quarter. EPS also short of estimates. Although we've heard from CEO Brian Nichols saying that apparently behind the scenes they're showing a lot of signs of progress. Apparently they're testing an algorithm to prioritize which orders to prepare first so they can speed up service in their cafes. They're also adding more store workers and they're trying to overhaul their cafes to make them more welcoming. But clearly it's not quite working just yet.
My Starbucks on Route 35 in Wall Township doesn't great job. I mean, it's awesome. Kids are great in there working, and to get it to you right away, I don't know.
I mean,
it's pretty good.
But I think that's also...
You guys picking up that those $12 coffees? Jim, yes, financial freedom. Yo, boy, that's why we do this. That's exactly why we do this. Guys, if I haven't reminded you to take your orange pills today, please go out there. Go have a few orange pills. Of course, take the FOMO out of the equation. And, yeah, just a little bit of financial freedom in pill form. Yeah, you might want to have some today. You might need like 4 today. your daily prescribed orange pill. There we go. Crypto fam, hit that like button and the subscribe button, y'all. Thank you, boy, for reminding me. I always forget to show the channel. Guys, please, if you don't mind, please like, subscribe, do all the things down below. Hit on the channel if you like what you're seeing here today. I would appreciate that. We're building the channel up. We've got over 500 members now, and my God, the hours, guys, we're crushing these hours. They still won't give me the analytics like 100% day over day, but I can definitely see it uptick, and I update that as much as I can on the after hours live stream. What's up with the mask, bro? So as well, Rooster. I'm keeping, of course, my anonymity. That's what's up with the mask. I'm out there and I'm burning money in the streets. I don't want the Fed to know who I am. Jesus. Anyway, sorry I'm new. That's fine, El Rooster. That's fine. All right, let's see if anything else is breaking news on CNBC, on Fox Business, on Bloomberg. All the things. Let's see here. Snap sinks 15% after withdrawing guidance, citing concerns. Oh no, Snapchat. Oh no! Who the hell uses Snapchat anymore? Okay. U.S. economy shrank 0.3% in the first quarter. It's the same stuff we keep talking about all morning. There's nothing really big coming out. Goldman says buy shares of Chili's owner on the dip. Predicts 40% upside ahead for Chili's. Okay, good for Chili's, I guess. Coming back. First, solar stock plunges as CEO Trump's tariffs pose significant economic headwind. Jesus, Goldman says buy share of Chili's. This is ridiculous. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Everyone's just talking about Trump and how he's basically throwing Biden and Powell under the bus for all of this. And again, when he did that rally yesterday at 6 p.m., that was 3 hours after the market closed. So they're just processing what the big man, orange man, had said over after market, after hours on the markets. Yeah, I mean, this is all the stuff we've already mentioned. Fox Business here. Let's see if we can just refresh this. Yeah, same stuff, guys. Nothing has changed. China caves on. Yeah, we already talked about all this stuff. Trump threatens the veto bill, even though it's bipartisan support. On what? On what bill? What is this? President Trump will veto a Senate resolution.
Hey, that's right.
I don't think that video even pertains to this. So Trump plans to veto a resolution aimed at ending global tariffs. Oh yeah, that bill. That's right, that bill. That came out a few days ago. Yeah. Even though the measure has bipartisan support, the White House has warned several lawmakers in the letter to send to the congressional offices. Senators Ron Wyden and Diore and Rand Paul are supporting the resolution. Paul, who has been in the office and a fierce critic of Trump's tariffs, recently told the Wall Street Journal that he is not alone. Jeez, what in the world's going on with this website? Not alone in his skepticism of the administration's tariff policies. He also noted that millions of investors who are self-interested have misgivings about tariffs. Yeah, and then it's going into, of course, Temu and Shein drastically raising their prices in response to tariffs, as they have to in order to, fight off the profits and the tariffs. Again, all these companies are in survival mode, with the shipyards basically pushing back all of their products, and they're not going to expect it to get any more for a while. We don't know. It takes months to set up some of these trading routes, and yada yada yada. All right, I'm getting out of that. I'm running out my voice. I'm losing my voice. All right, guys. So I don't know. that might be it. That might be all I got today. Oh, we got something new.
In prior quarters, but that is still showing growth in the overall consumption economy.
Well, to that point, if we are seeing consumption okay, and now we have incomes being okay, is consumption also being driven by pre-buying tariffs, or is this real underlying strength?
No doubt, because people bought a lot of cars.
Okay.
I did.
And they bought,
or at least
they bought other things that we didn't see a big increase in durable goods spending, but there was a big increase in services spending, a relatively big increase. So Americans were out spending money. Now the question is, where do they go from here? And for that, what you're looking at is the other data we just got at 10 o'clock, which is the PCE data.
Is this the one we care about, or is this not the one we care about?
This is the one we care about.
Is this the one we care about?
That's what
Okay.
I thought.
This is the monthly number. So it's the most recent data. This is, if you're following the trend, which is what the Fed wants to do. We were up 0.7%, which is up from 0.5% in February. So Americans spent more in March. The numbers were weighed down by what we got in January and February in the quarterly numbers. And incomes were relatively strong. They're still up 0.5% after a 0.7 rise the month before. If you look at the wages and salaries in that report, which is the most important thing because people spend what they make, they were up 0.5%, which was up from February's 0.4 and January's 0.2. So as the month went on, people got more money. They spent more money. And so it doesn't suggest we go into the second quarter with a real problem in terms of consumer momentum.
That's my read. It seems like the consumer, Mike, is still pretty good.
When you're looking at the consumer confidence numbers, it looks really terrible. But the numbers that we're seeing from consumers in terms of what they do, rather
and that's what Treasury Secretary Bessent's been saying. I mean, you can look at all the.
They're so out of it, guys. They're so out of it. I mean, every time we talk about consumers, I'm just like, what the are you talking about? I talk to normies all the time. They don't act like that at all. I don't think that they're just fine. They're definitely not fine. Everyone is complaining about the prices of everything. Anyway, so again, guys, want to kind of recap. Again, it's not looking good for PCE this morning. It already just came out, and the markets are tanking majorly just based on that. And yeah, Jim Deringer in the chat also. You guys are blowing it up. What's up with them? Yeah. So anyway, Jim Deringer says about to have a ribbon flip for the VIX on the monthly. Last two times that happened were in 2008 and 2020. Bringing on the dude. Let's go. Are you a Bitcoin hodler? Of course I am, my guy. Of Al Rooster. Yes, I am. It's half my net worth, my guy. Jim Deringer says people stay poor by buying cards. I swear, a $400, $800 car payment is not how you build wealth. 100%. 100%. You got to own your car outright. You got to have that, that to invest into the markets. All right, guys. So all in all, everything right today is looking pretty red. Right now, everything's down to average of 5 to 10% on every single thing out there. Every single thing out there. I think Bitcoin's doing okay, though, in the grand scheme of things. Only down 1.5% on the day. Again, I feel like I've been saying this for long enough. If we continue this with no positive news on the markets, we are going to see our market crash around it, and Bitcoin and gold and silver rally on the back of it. It's going to take a little longer for everyone to realize Bitcoin's potential. We're going to see a little bit of a lag and then a huge sudden spike upward. I would say maybe a few days to a week, depending on how fast everything falls against it, right? So just keep an eye out for that if this continues to go down this trend. Yeah, I watched Bitcoin go to full flight into safety mode during the banks collapsing in 2022, 2023, and the Ukraine thing and everything else. The threat of nuclear war, all that stuff. We've definitely seen Bitcoin react to that stuff. Man, I really am losing my voice. Hopefully, I'll have it back by the end of the stream, or by the market close live stream at 8 p.m. But anyway, that's seems to be all I got for you guys today. I don't know what else to really say. It's gonna be really choppy market today. Bitcoin's gonna be okay. I don't know about our Zebek, our Jasmine, our our Miria, our some of our other bags out there. You guys are holding XCN. I don't know how well we're gonna hold this. It is bouncing though. That's good. It's good to see. They're at least creating a bottom and bouncing almost like Bitcoin. I just don't know how long that can play out that way. Yeah, Jasmine doing the same thing too, bouncing on that. Swift, DBCN, not quite yet, but that has pumped crazy. Has a little more room to go downward, hitting another level of support, possibly at about 201. Yeah, that's probably going to be a strong level of support, psychological level of support there. Hopefully, we can only hope. All right, guys. So yeah, let me know in the chat how you guys are feeling. I'm probably gonna call it for the day, or at least for the morning. I'm losing my voice, but Jim Deringer says on the weekly XCN has a golden cross on the EMAs coming. I don't really play too much into the SMAs, the EMAs, the golden cross, the death cross. It's just not my thing. I'm more psychological and overall sentiment driven. But yeah. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that from your perspective. I just feel like anything, of course, can move this downward, of course, with market sentiment and tariffs news right now. Yes, good time to DCA in. Could be right around the corner, my guy. I'm actually hoping for that. That'd be nice. So we actually get a maybe a forced sell in May event here on Thursday. That's tomorrow. So May is tomorrow, guys. We could get a forced, we could get forced into a sell in May go away event tomorrow, just based on the negative news alone. We'll see. Monthly closing numbers still will be interesting on the evening update. Says Milk Money, cue the flames. Yes. And yeah, guys, especially if we do see a bit more of a pullback on all of our favorite coins, definitely will be buying.
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh yeah, and my house, damn it, the house is taking forever to settle. Looking at possibly another 10 days for my house to settle. I could be maybe 12, 15, somewhere around that range. I could be buying the dip right on time, right on schedule. Although I doubt it. We're probably gonna launch before then. We'll see. It's usually how that works out, at least for me anyway. Still got coins that are beaten down from their January highs. These will be the winners. Yes, Jim, exactly, my guy. If you go back to crypto, where do we go? Do I get back to the? I guess one of these tabs are not like the other. We can use this one. Yeah, if we go back to Crypto Bubbles real quick, and you look at, of course, on the month, we still have everything else still in the green. So what I'll be identifying right now is just like what's still not quite up on the year. Jasmine's still down 10% on the year. We got what I like to do is kind of go back and forth and identify just some things to DCA into. Right now, of course, everything's still up on the month though, because we've had a brutal first quarter, right? And we just started recovering now. Some of my other favorite coins, I like to also show you guys. I can show you this way. If you guys want to create like a, where the hell is it? Oh God, here we go. Yeah. Favorites, holdings, whatever. I can show you some of my favorites here. If you wanted to get just kind of like hyper focus on a few assets and just kind of check them against each other, you can do that as well. That's one of the things I like to do. Just kind of go between the month and the year here is what I'm talking about. DBCN is still down 50% on the year. That is where I've been throwing all my extra money, all my DCA into. Miria, if you don't have a big bag of Miria, it's also a good place to park it too if you guys believe in that project. It's a little more risk. Gaming play, coming out. I mean, that's coming out with a bunch of games launching over the summertime into the fall. So I've been watching that for a play into maybe June, July. And then, yeah, we're looking at, so ZBCM, man, wow, AVAX is still down 40%. If you guys want a top 10 quality project, I think it's top 12 right now, top 13, something like that. AVAX is still down 40% on the year. Look at this, render is up 20%, but still down almost 50% as well. There's a lot of things to still be DCing into that had higher highs last year. A lot of higher highs last year. Let's see. What else would I recommend? Again, not financial advice. NEAR is still down near 70%. That's crazy on the year. That's crazy. Only putting it, still down 7% on the month. So NEAR is a good place to be parking some money. I had a huge bag of NEAR at the beginning of the bull run from my old moon bags. Made a decent profit there. I do like NEAR. ICP as well. Still down on the month and the year. 70% almost. 65. Holy crap. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at, guys, and just in general. But this full disclosure, I'm still throwing all my extra money into ZBet. And it's got to be my runner for sure. I still would like to build another bag of Sui, but my God, guys, it's already up 180% on the year. Yeah, it's run like crazy. Still not up to its all-time high, though. All-time high for Sui. Oh, not all-time high. Or was it? I don't think it was all-time highs, but I had to go back to the Sui chart and check. But, of course, the year-to-date high last year was about $5 for Sui. I think it touched right around there. I'm looking at that one like a hawk because I do kind of miss holding a big bag of that, especially right now. But again, I sold off. I mean, it's fine. It hasn't reached like new all-time highs or anything crazy just yet. Yeah, $5.50 last year. Back there in January. That was January this year. Yeah, so boom. I'm watching Sui like a hawk. All right, guys, let me know what you guys are DCAing into. That's my kind of idea right now. Those are my favorite picks, my runners. Of course, I'm talking about those every single day with you guys. I feel there's tons of coins in our space. You can't own them all. If you want to diversify, you need a diverse portfolio, in my opinion. That's always a good thing. But yeah, you can't own them all. And if the more widespread spread out you are, the less you're going to make in the end. That's been my experience, at least from last bull run. Alright, guys, so I'm going to check back up with the chat, and then I'm going to call it for the day. I got to run some errands and do my side hustle thing, and I'll be back tonight. But let's see what else you guys got in the chat right now. Yes, on the weekly, I'm not sure where the 200 is yet, says Jim Daringer. Joe Boy, a good time to DCA in. Yes, it is. Time to buy, says Too Broke for Crypto. Jim Daringer says, still got coins that are beaten down to the January lows. And those will be the winners. Yeah, stay away from the shit coins as much as you guys can. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to meme coins. Be careful, guys. Invest only what you're willing to lose. Time to buy. OM in flames. Yes. Mantra still down. What, 90%? Is it down even further? I'm curious. That just broke the top 100 this last week. Now sitting in the top 200. Last time I saw. I guess we're gonna have to type it in because I don't even see the ticker. OM right there is mantra. Boom, 126 in rank, down 92 on the month, 34% on the year. It could still do the most amazing comeback ever. I wouldn't trust the project in my opinion, but that's just me. Anyway, Otaku fire, cue the flames, yes, bring in the flames. DCA is the way, says Milk Money, 100%. No one makes money, no one makes life-changing wealth overnight, at least most people. Guys, slow and steady wins the race. I'm just telling you. I cannot believe how much money we're gonna make in the future and where we are from last cycle. My God, guys, I changed my entire life with crypto in just 4 years. It's all it takes is 4 years, guys. It's insane. All right, so guys, I'm gonna call it for the stream in the morning. Hope you guys have a great day. Hopefully you guys get some stuff done and we can chase some of these bears away, maybe. Although I doubt it. I'm still calling for Bitcoin to do that thing. Today. Let me just do a quick recap before I go here on the 15-minute. What the general idea right now is that we're going to bounce off of this level and try to recover up back above 95. If we cannot get that, our next target's going to be much lower. We're going to be trying to retest 93 or 92. But I'm going to keep this up, keep the animal spirits going for everyone else, for Bitcoin and crypto assets as a whole. I'm gonna delete this one. I don't wanna scare everyone away, but that could play out. Hopefully we get a quick recovery and move this on forward. We need something out of the White House, something positive. Hey, we're actually talking with China. This was our representative we spoke to. Yes, we agree with China. We're not going to have Trump talk with Chinese officials. We're going to have someone else delegated for that task and move on from there. Have some sort of positive news. I don't care. It can literally be a nothing burger announcement, like something like I just said. We just need something for the markets to believe in, because we're about ready to, or we get rate cuts. You know, just come out and do an emergency rate cut. I'm just saying, pal. Just saying. Trump knows more than you. God, it's so silly. All right, guys. I'll catch you later. Peace.
The agency informed the NASDAQ and the CBOE that BlackRock and Fidelity's proposals are insufficient.
We can make the dollar the most attractive currency by continuing to have the rule of law.
You always print money to do that.
I suppose it would diminish our status as the reserve currency.
Just shut up. There's no expectation of privacy above the in the sky.
So Bitcoin is the solution because you can buy Bitcoin right.
My langs, man, my langs. I'm losing my voice. All right, guys, please be safe. Stop saving your money in this silly shit. And yeah, we'll see you tonight. I'll see you tonight. Peace.
Bet.